Good on YouTube.
Yay! Here's the U-line ones. They're outside my door. Thank you. Okay, so I am packing orders for coloring books, and there's a ton of Kindle cases over here. There's like 100.
You need this paper.
No, just the mailer. Yeah, there's just a bunch of paper laying there. Okay, but I'm gonna start with the Kindle cases. Also, we have a new release today. We have a bunch of stationery. It's all tagged in the log
Quiet,
too.
smooth, suave.
Thanks for bringing that in. You're good. So, new stationery. This has been out of stock since like December. So we have a bunch of notepads. This is the grocery and meal planner. And then we have a lined notepad, blank notepad, hourly planners, meeting notes, weekly planner.
You're fine. TikTok will
And
survive.
these have been out of stock for so long, but my spiral notebooks are finally back. So I'm super excited about that. So we have a huge release today. All of this stuff is live already, but we haven't gotten any orders about it yet, or from it yet, because we haven't talked about it yet. So I'm packing Kindle cases in the meantime, but if you want like a full pic of like what stationery we have, go check it out now. I don't think any of it is going to sell out today, but some of it's getting kind of close. I was surprised by that. Anyway, I will just start with the Kindle cases, and feel free to ask me any questions you have, you guys, about like literally anything. We posted a new YouTube video today, so that's on how much I spent moving from my old warehouse to my new warehouse that I'm in now. So yeah, like, ask me anything. Happy to talk about it, and I'm gonna be packing some Kindle case orders. All right. We got our book mailers again. If you've tuned into my lives before, I've talked about how much I am obsessed with these, but they are book-themed mailers that we put all of our Kindle cases in, and it's based off of the cover of my book-themed coloring book. This is the same as the cover for that one that I have right here. But anyway, I just thought that was fun, since obviously people ordering Kindles are readers, so that works out really well. We also did like a coloring book flash sale this week, so we were using the book mailers for some of those orders too. We just have a lot of book kind of themed items, so these mailers come in really handy. Okay, any questions so far?
Can you talk about the Great Molasses Flood of 1919?
My interns are here and they're dying to know about the Great Molasses Flood. Actually, you guys are the experts on that.
Yeah, we both listened to the
I
pod.
only know that it happened in Boston, and people say if you walk by the street where it happened, it still smells like molasses.
That's not true.
Okay.
There was, I mean, it
shut down.
was really tragic. I mean, it sounds silly, but
It was
Molasses,
hot
like
molasses,
35
right?
miles an hour.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's crazy, and like people were stuck in it.
Wasn't it hot?
yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't like really
Well,
run like that.
What had happened was the machine, like, they put the hot molasses in with the cold, so it all pressurized, and that's what made it explode. And it literally was just like a tidal wave of molasses through North End Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there was a little girl like standing at the base and was immediately like,
Oh my gosh.
And then like when they took in like injured people, they couldn't even figure out like what their injuries were because they were so coated in molasses.
Oh.
And,
they
like-
had to, like
yeah, like sometimes they would finally get the molasses off and they'd already be gone.
Oh no, that's horrible.
And like it took out like building after building and like
Yeah.
what the
took houses off their foundations.
yeah, and the buildings it didn't take down, it was like filling, so people were drowning in these buildings.
Oh my god.
But drowning in molasses is like,
Wow, we have literally gained 100 viewers since he started talking about the Great Molasses Flood.
if
We should
anything,
start talking about our special interests.
Yeah.
the Great
If
Molasses
you guys
Flood.
are just tuning in, my interns are telling me about the Great Molasses Flood of 1919 in Boston. Apparently it was extremely tragic.
Well, and you know why it happened is because the what is it, like the tank, the
Yeah,
molasses tank was built really poorly because
they did it too quickly.
They did it too quickly because they were like trying to beat prohibition.
Yeah,
Oh, right, because yeah, they were using it for rum.
yeah.
When I was listening to my food history book, it was telling me about the how molasses was like the #1 export from like the tropical islands where sugar was being produced, and it was exported to New England where rum was the #1 export. And I don't even associate rum, like it's in all the tropical drinks. I don't associate it with Boston, but like I mean I guess the molasses comes from the tropical areas. But anyway, so that was just kind of surprising to me.
And if you viewers don't know, it was 23.3 million gallons of molasses just flowing through Boston.
23
million gallons, yes.
And then there was like this crazy like volunteer effort, like women's volunteer effort from like the Red Cross. Like they like mobilized like a bunch of women to like go save people from the molasses, and they were like extremely effective.
Wow.
Yeah, and like,
Wild.
what was his name? Frank.
Oh god, it was like so Boston. The cop.
Yeah, he like was the first person to report it at one call box, and then he ran to a different call box once he realized it was molasses and not a fire explosion.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, Frank was a big deal.
Dang.
Are you restocking Paperwhite Kindle cases?
Okay, back to packing Kindle cases. We were talking about the Great Molasses Flood of 1919 in Boston, in case you were just tuning in and heard bits and pieces of that. Are we restocking Kindle cases? Yes. This goes back to what I've talked about on several lives now. We lost a lot of our Kindles from our last shipment in transit. UPS lost them because there was a truck crash, apparently. They won't give us more detail. Yeah, so we lost $168,000 worth of Kindle cases. So now we're waiting to get our restock in about 2 months. So that's why some Kindle cases are out of stock and a lot are still in stock.
Okay, you'll know it. She asked what other historical events, and I said, I want to talk about the Isabella Gardner Stewart heist.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that one.
I didn't even like clock that. I just immediately went to Google it.
Oh, no, that was me. Yeah, that was the heist in Boston at like this private museum.
Everything happens in Boston.
Well, that's what started it.
They
And
also, in the podcast, they talked about like a fire.
The coconut fire.
The Coconut Grove
Fire.
or something.
It like, so this is what made them like make sure public safety, they weren't cutting corners to build these giant tanks. The Coconut Grove fire is what made them put in like fire hazard things in Boston.
oh,
Oh, interesting.
a la Triangle Showbiz Factory.
it's Isabella Stewart Gardner. But yeah, they like only stole, it was in the 90s, and they only stole like few very specific pieces, like 13 or something, like some, and they had so much time, like some were like cut out of the frames carefully, and they're obscure. Like there were like, you know the ship, is it Rembrandt, who did, like it's the Storm on the Sea of Galilee, like the very famous ship. They stole that. So nobody in the world, they've never gotten it back.
That's insane.
But then there's like all these tiny little sketches and stuff. And then like the police weren't called for like eons, even though there's a security system. And then like the security guards were like tied up and blindfolded and taped,
And
but
wasn't
like
one of the security guards like
humanely.
really elderly, so like
Oh.
Yeah, he was really old, and the
so
other
that's
guy.
why he maybe didn't notice what was going on at first.
Yeah, and like a lot of alarms didn't get triggered. It's crazy. There's a whole Netflix.
Posed as police officers.
Yes.
Oh, are we restocking large Primavera desk mats?
Yes,
This is
I'm
one.
about to sorry, we're talking about our favorite historical events.
Mostly in Boston.
Mostly in Boston.
My favorite place.
We're just having a whole combo here, so come join us for a chat. But we are restocking Primavera desk mats. Primavera is objectively the best pattern that I make, so of course she will be back. I love her. She's the best. So yeah, that will hopefully be in another like 2 months or so. I have to put in the order, and I've been busy with other orders. So it's just taking me a while.
Athena Rose, this convo is about the Isabella Gardner Stewart
Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum heist.
Museum heist. And before we were talking about
The Great Molasses
Flood
of 1919.
Yes.
I have my own story about Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, which is not that interesting.
I love this one.
But this was last year. I went to this is so embarrassing. I went to the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum and with my friends who live in Boston, and I was standing off to like the side in like a dead end hallway, and so I didn't think anyone was walking past me. I didn't see anyone walking past me. I went up to stretch my arms and then I like let them down like that, and I karate chopped a woman in the head. Like it wasn't violent, like she was fine. Like it was like a, oh sorry, I hit your head. And I turned around and I was like, I am so sorry. And then she looks at me, she keeps walking. She looks at me and she goes, and keeps walking. And then I walk away. My friend is still standing there because I'm like, oh, that was very embarrassing. Like, flee, of course. And my friend is watching this woman still, and this woman is reenacting it to her husband. And like, I profusely apologized, and she just scoffed. And I was like,
she was not having it.
This is my beef with people from New England. Like, I'm sure she probably wasn't. She was probably a tourist. But my Midwestern sensibility. Like, if that had happened to me, I would have been like, I'm sorry, I was in the way of your stretching. Of course you would be stretching with your full wingspan in public, and it's my fault for getting in the way. So, anyway.
Someone asked if the material rolls up off the backing after a while about the desk mats.
We've never had that. It's stitched on the end, so some desk mats do have it come apart, but the stitching on the edges keeps it from, like, separating from the rubber on the bottom. So I've never seen that happen with ours, but some like mouse pads and desk mats can start to separate the like top material from the bottom if they're not kind of having that stitched edging.
We have someone else who said, hope you're doing well. How are you handling the tariffs? It's such a struggle.
Yeah, our YouTube video from last week is about how I'm dealing with the tariffs or how I'm thinking about the tariffs for my business. So obviously, some of my products are made in the US, some of my products are made abroad, but most of my products are made at least from some materials or components that are from abroad. So just like every business, my business is going to be impacted by that, which really sucks. Like, for example, these mailers, they're printed in San Diego, but the cardstock and the ink is not necessarily made in the US. I think this company sources those materials from other countries. I think some of it is also made in the US, but and a lot of companies have like multiple kind of sources for a product. But yeah, almost like literally every company sources something that was made abroad, including mine. And a lot of my products are made abroad. Like there aren't US companies that make Kindle cases. So my Kindle cases are made in China. So yeah, that really sucks. But I mean, my planners are made in Korea, my tea towels and oven mitts are made in India, so those are going to have different tariffs on them. There's a 90-day pause on like the additional tariffs for those. There was a 10% increase recently, and then there's like random additional tariffs that are currently on pause but are coming back into place I think we're down to like 70 days now. So how much those items are costing me, because I just put in new orders, is kind of up in the air, and that really sucks. But it's fine for now. I think like most businesses, it's kind of like a wait and see thing, and I think a lot of people are putting a pause on orders. And I know, like, I heard from, like, there was a Target executive who said, like, in a couple of months, like, their shelves are going to be empty. So that's kind of crazy. Or, like, their shelves are going to be starting to be empty. That's not the case for us because we stocked up on so much. And so I'm still putting in reorders and hoping that the tariffs will be lower by the time we get them, or figuring out other ways to cover it, because we can't afford to have nothing to sell. Obviously, we have ongoing expenses. Like payroll and rent and Mill and Meadow rent and everything. So, yeah. So we're gonna keep going. It just sucks. So.
Someone was wondering where Mill and Meadow is in Durham.
Mill and Meadow is my storefront. It's in downtown Durham in Brightleaf Square. So that there's like several different downtown areas in Durham. But Brightleaf is an old tobacco factory, and it's really, really cute and has like a courtyard you can walk through that has restaurants and shops on it, and it is now like very full of like new restaurants and shops and everything, and it's super cute. So when I first opened, it was still a little empty because a lot of businesses left during COVID, but you guys should definitely check it out if you have a chance to make it to downtown Durham. And there's a festival happening this weekend called Biscuits and Banjos in downtown Durham, so it's like Southern roots kind of music and food. So you guys should come out to Durham this weekend. for sure. And check out Mill & Meadow while you're here. Anyway.
Someone said your desk mat is so cute.
Thank you. I designed it. This is the OG Mill & Meadow print. Probably should bring it back, but every time I go live, people ask about it, and we don't have this one available. But it didn't sell very well when it was here, so then, you know, it's tough. Although I did bring back pink trellis as a print. Like I wanted like a light pink print, and now I'm kind of like, this one is cute. I like her. But also, what if I just got rid of her and brought back Mill & Meadow, because I think Mill & Meadow is cuter. Yeah. Lauren says yeah.
Can we do trellis in another color?
I would say, can we bring back trellis in her natural state?
Yeah, green and red.
Well, I do like the green. It's so cute. What about blue trellis, though?
I haven't seen her yet.
Blue everything.
Where's my iPad?
What is today's new release?
Today's new release, oh my gosh, thank you for asking. Okay, hold on. I have to show you blue trellis really quick on the iPad. One sec. Ooh, I'm working on dragons.
Really?
Yeah, dragon Kindle case. The warehouse has been demanding it. Okay. My interns are in the background laughing at me, and makes me self-conscious.
What else is new?
Okay.
It sounds very normal.
She
This
does
is
create all her designs on the iPad.
this is
Wait,
blue
loving her.
trellis. Periwinkle. We love periwinkle.
I
Yeah.
like her more than the bubble gum.
Yeah.
Bring back Mill & Meadow, thanks, and bring in blue trellis.
Blue trellis.
If you don't
blue
bring
trellis
it in.
obviously looks cute on the iPad because it has the it has more saturation than when it's actually printed. But I do think blue trellis. Anyway, okay, blue trellis is adorable. That actually would be this would be really cute on a wallet.
Ooh.
Oh no, I'm tempted.
It's
That
kind
would
of
be
giving.
Oh,
the
no.
scrap paper book I keep talking about.
Yes. You
Um,
need to do it.
It's kind of giving denim vibes, which I adore.
Mm-hmm.
But that almost makes me want it to be like 3% more denim colored.
Okay.
Just
Like
a
so
thought.
a little less
I
periwinkle,
saw-
a little more blue.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
A bikini?
A bikini.
Oh, don't.
Ooh.
On the...
I can't unhear that.
Oh yes. Okay, yeah. Olivia, my intern, we just got samples in for so many new things that I can't talk about because if I talk about them, everyone's gonna be like, yes, do them, but they're all so like $100,000 plus investments per item. So that's just obviously very expensive. But we got a duffel bag sample and it's in Sunny Poppies. So
But they have a corduroy one that you can love.
there is a corduroy one
Okay.
too. The interns
Okay.
don't like Sunny Poppies. So they're making puking sounds right now because they hate Sunny Poppies. Anyway, but the samples are in Sunny Poppies, which is why I was warning them before they go get their hopes up in luck. However, blue trellis I think would be really cute on a duffel bag. That would be cute. That
We're
would be
giggling because somebody said it looks like it smells like books and paper in there.
adorable. It does. It has a distinct book and paper smell.
I feel like it doesn't smell like anything.
I think it... Yeah, I don't think it smells like
Jor-
anything.
Jordy says, what if you did a little more denim colored and the same texture you have on the painted case? Like,
Painted case.
Like the painted checker?
I think that's what we mean.
Oh, cute. That would be cute.
That would be
I'm all for
really
texture.
Because then I would almost give it like a little bit of a distressed vibe that
Yeah.
like you're giving the aura of denim,
Yeah.
but
What if
You know
made
who
it
should
look
stock
like
it then? The Country Music Hall of Fame. They already are a customer of ours wholesale.
I didn't know that.
Donna
Yeah,
would
but-
love that.
It's mostly like I think they had like a couple of like small accessories, but mostly stickers. But we have the Country Music Hall of Fame. We have Dollywood, and we need them to stock our duffel bags. If they're gonna stock a duffel bag, it should be blue trellis distressed.
I
Denim.
love that.
You should make a Kindle in the books packaging.
Yes, I should. The problem is I don't really like this pattern, and
What?
I keep wanting to redo it. Okay, well if you guys like it,
No,
screw it, I'll just do it.
Keep that.
I like it.
love that.
Maybe I just like edit it a little and do like some books that are this way to break it up, and then some that are facing out or something.
More
We
like
can
kind of like a
workshop it.
book shelf stack, kind of.
I don't know. I think it's the colors. Like I think it's that I used rainbow and they're not in rainbow order, but I don't think it would look good if it was in rainbow order.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like if you edited it,
I could just edit it.
just
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
I think I don't like that there's no texture on it. There's absolutely zero texture to speak of, and I think that's what's throwing me off. Like, not even because it was a coloring book page, so the line weights don't even vary, which is something that bothers me, but is necessary for the coloring book. So maybe I just need to, like, redraw it. It'll just take forever. It needs to go to Europe and come back. Whenever a pattern isn't perfect and we want to perfect it, we say it goes to Europe and comes back more sophisticated, like making fun of people who go study abroad and then are like, bonjour. Every time they enter a room. Anyway.
Will any of these fit a Kindle Fire HD 8?
No, we don't have any Kindle Fire cases, I'm sorry.
Crystal also asked, do you have any Kindle cases with clear backings? I know.
I just put in the order. I just literally invested like multiple, literally multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars in more Kindle cases, which is nauseating. But they're a bestseller right now, so we have to do it. And so we're gonna do the clear back Kindle cases. It's limited patterns because we don't have we just don't have the space in our warehouse to lay out more. Like, they all have to be accessible to pick from our pick bins. So, so I had to constrain myself to only 20 patterns. Okay, I still feel like that's a lot to select from. And I also added, like, a cute, like, pink cabana stripe looking. Yeah.
Cabana?
Opacity. Are you gonna restock Coastal Patchwork soon?
Yeah, Coastal Patchwork is getting restocked.
Like
Cabana called
question too.
Opacity.
But
Cabana,
I do say,
opacity.
okay, you know, Settlers of Catan. I don't say Settlers of Catan.
I don't
Some
know what
people
that
say
is.
Catan.
I just always say both. I'm like Catan, because like I'm like just hedge your bet.
Pecan.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to pick.
I say pecan.
Okay.
Well, I think that's you keep saying things with
Cabana. Yeah.
Opacity.
I'm really weird. I say pecans, but then I say pecan pie.
I do too.
Okay.
That's why I can't
I
I think
pick.
that's
Okay.
But I feel like some people are the other way.
But okay,
Pirates
but
of the
it's
Caribbean.
Caribbean if it's in the movie title.
yes.
Otherwise, it's the
It's
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
I agree.
I think everybody's on the same. I think that one has been settled by law. Like,
By the court of public opinion.
yeah. I
What-
think that one is very common.
What sizes are gonna come with the clear back?
Everyone except Oasis that we already have. So, 10th generation paperweight, 11th generation paperweight, 12th generation paperweight, color soft, and those two are the same size. And then also Kindle Basic 11th / there might be a 12th edition. So, all of those, I think it's 6 sizes or like 6 options or something like that, or 5 options, whatever. Yeah, so that's gonna be coming out probably in July. But right now we have millions of patterns in our current Kindle cases, so yeah. The new ones won't have a kickstand built in, just a heads up, because the cover is thinner, but they will have a handle built in still, and the handle's in the middle because I know people are asking about, I'm right-handed, I'm left-handed, I want the whatever, so they're just in the middle. So that's fine.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Growing with Cassandra on YouTube asked, how's TikTok Shop doing for you currently?
TikTok Shop is doing great for us. It has always been a really good channel for us. So we're live on YouTube and TikTok right now. And if you're on TikTok, you can click the link on the live and see all of the different products that we tagged in this one. So our new releases today are stationery, notepads, and spiral notebooks, which is a big one. And then my Kindle cases, which I'm packing here, my coloring books, which I'm going to pack soon. But yeah, so TikTok Shop has been really great for EBD. So I am a big proponent of it, although honestly, they're very difficult to deal with if something goes wrong. So that's a huge challenge. But yeah.
Also, a little shout out, if anybody watching knows how to get the option to create your own bundle on TikTok Shop.
Oh yeah.
We think that's a new feature, but it's something that we're looking into so that we can build bundles and you guys can mix and match and choose what works for you. So we're permanently growing and learning with TikTok Shop too.
Yep.
It's a never ending class. So if anyone knows, send us the details.
We're trying to make coloring book bundles and it's kind of difficult. So yeah, anyway. I would like to be able to bundle all of our coloring books together, but TikTok Shop is not cooperating with us.
Are you keeping the same claw clip manufacturer? I'm obsessed. I buy them in every released color.
Yes, I just placed a giant order for claw clips, and we also just released this week 4 new styles. So we did floral filigree, new porcelain, rosewood, and somebody else. Oh, forget me not, right?
Huh?
No. Forest floor. Oh yeah, we have to do purple checker.
That is my
that's
hill
cute.
I'm dying on. I want us to do purple checker on
Purple
claw
checker
clip.
claw clip is cute. I can get down with that.
This one has other stuffs in it, so I don't want to pack it with just...
Is it stickers?
Oh.
They're inside the case. So does that one.
Oh.
Just check inside the case.
Cool.
I don't want them to fall out.
Don't want to...
So we
I
hit
can run
120 viewers talking about the molasses flood. Should we go back?
Yeah, we had so many more people who were talking about the
I
great
texted
molasses
Olivia, I was like, our peak viewership was when we were talking about the molasses flood, so
flood.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah. I mean, we could talk about that again. Anyone else have any more fun facts about the Great Molasses Flood?
I'm trying to think.
Some of them got like, because there were like lawsuits after it, obviously.
Oh yeah.
And they like didn't they award more money to
Yeah,
people
so
who like suffered?
If people died immediately, they gave their families like $10,000, I think. And then if you suffered, they gave you like what, 100,000 or something.
I know, it was more.
It was a big amount.
That's something I learned in law school. We had a whole day in torts about it.
About the Boston molasses.
No, about damages.
Oh yeah.
So torts is like the legal name for just suing someone civilly. And if you have like injuries that can be compensated for, that can be put into numbers. What's the word for that? I guess
Quantified?
Quantified. Yeah, that can be quantified versus like loss of life is kind of generally at a set rate, and like it's basically based on how much money you would have made the rest of your life plus like just a base rate of like you had you're dead, but like they're also...
But like, how do they know? What if you were like really finding yourself
It's
at the
also
moment
really...
you died, and like you were about to like unleash all your potential, and you were gonna create a business, and it was gonna become a multi-million-dollar business? How are they compensating you for that?
Yep, they don't. And it's like based on your past wages, and also it's based on like actuarial tables that are like put out by like a like an organization. I don't know if it's the bar approves it or what, I can't remember. But for many years, and I think still to this day, women are compensated less for their future earnings is lower on like the standardized tables. So anyway, that's torts. But yeah, I had to read some really gnarly cases that were really sad, like, and hear about people's extensive injuries that they had to live with for the rest of their life. So I'm imagining a lot of people had that from the Great Molasses Fire too.
Yeah, like that little girl that I was telling you about that was like right there. Her brother was like hiding because she was getting lectured by the people at the factory.
Because they were like playing around by the docks.
Yeah, they were in trouble. And so he just watched his sister get taken away by the molasses.
Whoa.
And then a fireman pulled him out and he survived.
Wow.
So I assume they got a little bit of funding because he did live, but he had a bunch of injuries. But the sister got the money because she died immediately.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Yeah, that's pretty wild.
There were also like people that were stuck in it but still alive, like, and just gradually it like filled up around them until like it was just like their like face like above the molasses.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were just like waiting for us to like take them because they couldn't do anything.
So
And,
this
like,
become
some
like
of
a
them they found,
spider
like,
in
right
amber
as
situation?
That's what I was
it's
thinking,
about
like
to, like, go
mosquito amber vibes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Except for
Yeah.
human molasses.
Right. I can't see online, but are the straps on Kindle cases left or right-handed?
They're on the right side. They used to actually be on when you fold them over. They're on like the right
You could show
side.
them.
But
We got like 30.
You can show them.
yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid of. So they're on the right hand side because this is the side that you can tap to turn the page. I used to have them on the left side, so I wouldn't say that they're left or right handed. The default for these cases is to put them on the left hand side, but I asked the manufacturer to switch it after like a ton of people commented and said that they wanted on the right side to tap. Even left-handed people asked for that. So now I'm like, when people are like, are your cases made for lefties? I'm like, yes, they're made for everybody because you can only tap on the right side of the screen. I'm like, I can't live with more mixed messages about this. So that's why I'm sensitive about it, and why that was a more aggressive response than I needed to be. But yeah, they are on the right-handed side.
Somebody asked, I think this is a fellow artist on YouTube, but she has her own art and designs, but she's just wondering, how do you go from what we see on your iPad essentially to printing it on everything in front of you?
It is like so complicated. Basically, you have to find a manufacturer that has like a product similar to what you make, because different manufacturers specialize in different things. And I'm learning that if you ask some manufacturers to specialize in one thing to make something else, it's probably not going to turn out very well. But you have to play around with like the templates that they have for different products, and make sure that like the file is printed correctly on the templates, and do a lot of sampling for color matching if that's important to you, like it is for me, because I have a bunch of different colors in my designs. And yeah, so it's like kind of file formatting, sampling, and there's obviously like the costs that go into it, so you have to think about minimum order quantities and all that. We have a whole YouTube video about it, in fact.
We do.
So my YouTube channel is linked in my bio if you're on TikTok. And if you're on YouTube, obviously you know how to find it. But we do have a couple of videos that go through the product design and development process. And they're like quite in depth, I would say.
I'll share the link in the comments.
Cool.
Someone also has to do the Kindle cases have microfiber lining on the inside.
Yes, they do. That's exactly what's on the inside. People ask all the time. So it is faux leather that's textured on the outside, and then the inside is, it's like a microfiber, but it's almost like, it's more like suede. Like it's not very fuzzy. It feels,
I'd say suede.
It feels more like suede. Yeah, but it's, the manufacturer says it's a microfiber texture. It's kind of felty. I don't know if you can hear it, but I was trying to demonstrate it. Don't laugh at me.
Norma says, hello, how are you? What did I stumble upon? I'm intrigued.
I am packing orders for my small business. I design like a ton of different patterns and put them on many varying products. And I'm packing Kindle case orders right now. So this is a good example of one of my prints. This is Strawberry Field. So I drew that on my iPad, and then I get it printed on products. And I'm packing those orders up. And I'm about to do coloring books too. I draw coloring books, and I have 5/6 coloring books finished right now. So yeah, small business here with my team, who are currently laughing at me behind the camera.
Someone said, can we purchase your coloring books in Canada?
Yes. So you can either order from my website, or you can order off of Amazon if the shipping is cheaper there, if you have like a Prime membership or whatever. So they're all on Amazon too, if that is cheaper internationally.
And we have the list of wholesalers on our website.
We also have wholesalers on our website. I don't know who has coloring books specifically, but we do have several wholesalers in Canada who buy a variety of our products. So if you live nearby one of them, and we have them in most major Canadian cities, you can check them out, see what they've got. Trying to expand our reach in Canada, but we are being thwarted by the tariffs that are being put in place right now. So we just had a bunch of orders from Canada canceled because of retailers understandably not wanting to pay extra to import our products to Canada. So anyway.
Do you have iPad covers?
Coming soon. I literally just got the quote for them last night, so I'm probably going to try and put in the order this weekend, and hopefully we will have them in about 3 months. That would be fantastic, because we do get asked for iPad cases all the time. We have tablet sleeves, which also work as book sleeves. So we have, they're, obviously they're sleeves, so you can put your iPad in it, but you can't use it while it's in there. It's just for storing it in your backpack or wherever. But we are adding like actual snap-on cases that have a clear back and like a printed front cover that are printed with my designs, which will be fun because it's going to be almost exactly like my case, but obviously with my florals on here. So I will definitely be using one for my iPad, which is so, like, the thought of that is so funny to me, that I'll be drawing a design on my iPad and then printing it on an iPad case to put on my iPad. But anyway, period.
Inception.
Somebody asked if you could show the inside of the square pouch. I think they mean the corduroy ones back there.
Absolutely. Of course.
Oh, and Jordan, we do have laptop sleeves currently.
Yes, I did see that comment. We have laptop sleeves. We don't have them in every print right now, but I'm going to place a reorder pretty soon. So we should have almost every print at some point, but we have several still available now. These are my cosmetic bags. They're also in solid color corduroys over my shoulder. But the inside has like a accent color lining, and then it has a pocket. So yeah, they are machine washable and won't shrink. So that is nice in case you spill anything in there, like toiletries or cosmetics or anything. So yeah, we have lots of different options. So between the florals and the corduroy, we have 33 different colors / prints. Which, whoops, get that later. Also, it makes me want to talk about the release today, because we released those a couple weeks ago and they're new. And we just finished redoing all of our stationery. So this is some of our new notepads. I'm super excited about the packaging, which may seem like a really small thing, but I just redesigned all of the packaging to make it look a little bit nicer and just look good on the shelves for our wholesalers, since they do buy a lot of our stationery. But we have our hourly, daily planners, meal plan and grocery planner, and these have a magnet on the back.
Ooh, show them how they're continuous.
What?
Show them how they're continuous. This is so just like wonderful for detail people.
If you put them right next to each other, it's kind of hard with the packaging on, but if you put them right next to each other on the fridge, the pattern continues from one side to the other, which I love. So that was super fun to try and make that. I mean, it's kind of hard to get that right. We went through a couple of iterations, but yeah, we have that little fun feature. And then this is a new lined notepad, so we used to not have lined notepads, but I wanted to do a notepad that had a floral border, which is our normal kind of vibe, but I also wanted to make one that had just the bottom, and so I thought it'd be fun to do blank and lined for people who prefer one or the other. These are a little smaller than our previous 4x6 notepads, but they're wider, so there's almost exactly the same amount of writing space. And then just a little tiny thing that I'm super excited about with this release, and I don't know if you'll be able to really see it on camera, but my logo is imprinted in the back of the cardboard. So I think that's gonna be really fun, especially because like I know a lot of people put their brand like printed on the actual paper, and I try to avoid that if possible. So having it on the back there I thought was like a nice elegant solution for that. But I also love that we have gold foil on our packaging, and I know that's not like a huge deal for if you're just buying it for yourself, but I think that just looks so gorgeous, and it's going to look really nice on the shelves for our retailers. So these are some of our new notepads. We also have new meeting notes. They're almost exactly the same as before, but we revamped and made the paper nicer on all of our stationery. So weekly planner is back in stock for every pattern, and the big one, spiral notebooks. Yay, they're back. So I used to sell so many of these, like thousands and thousands of spiral notebooks, and then they were really expensive. They were $25 retail, which is, if you think that's insane for a notebook, I kind of do too. They were really nice notebooks, but I just wanted to make them more accessible to everybody. So these notebooks now are $16 a piece, so I feel like that's a lot better. But they're not like the old ones had like this huge piece of chipboard in the back, which made them a lot heavier and more expensive. So we took that out. So they're not quite as like sturdy. Like the old ones were basically like a clipboard, but these ones are just better for like everyday sort of school supply use. And then I need to preview. I don't know where I put my notebook. Oh yeah, can you hand me my notebook over there? I just got in samples for a new notebook, but this isn't available yet. And this is going to be available in a couple of weeks. But this is a new hardcover notebook. So I think it's a good kind of compromise to have a more like everyday sort of spiral notebook and like a rigid kind of nicer smaller notebook. So this one feels like it's good on your desk at work, and this one I would be more inclined to use for like school supplies or whatever. So that's kind of my vision there. But right now, all that's releasing are spiral notebooks, and then hopefully we'll get this shipment in mid-May. So we'll release them like late May probably. And there's a bunch of patterns in the new hardcover notebooks, and they're really fabulous quality. They're made by the same manufacturer that makes our planners. So if you like our planners, these notebooks are perfect for you. But yeah, also the spirals are already available today at a lower price point than our previous notebooks have been. Oops. So I'm quite excited about that. All of those are linked in my TikTok shop link, but they're also on my website. So just wanted to go through that and show you what our new release was today. And then I'll go back to packing my Kindle case orders.
Elise, that's a large desk mat, right?
This is a large, yeah. So this is 36 about inches. It's quite big.
Yeah, 35.5 by 15.5.
Yep. They are ginormous. They have a non-slip bottom. They have a finished stitching edge. Because someone asked earlier if they separate from the rubber bottom and like the printed top, and they don't because they have a nice stitched edge. So that is a nice upgrade. And I've been seeing a lot of people ripping off our desk pads on TikTok shop, like literally stealing the designs and printing them on desk pads, and they're terrible quality by comparison. They're like half the thickness, so that's not nearly as like comfortable and high quality, and then they don't have the stitched finish edge, and the print is terrible. So anyway, that's just something to look out for if you're not familiar with desk pads. They're not all made the same by any means. So yeah, okay, finally back to Kindle case orders.
When will the desk pads be restocking?
Probably like 3-ish months from now. We still have a huge chunk of them in stock for most prints, but if there's one in particular that you're looking for, they'll all be back in stock hopefully in like 2 to 3 months. And that's gonna be really exciting to get a big desk mat order in the new warehouse, because, well, I guess we did already get one desk mat order, but I don't even remember it because it was so easy and it came on pallets.
I was gonna say, compared to all our old day in my life videos where we spent like hours at a time just carrying these huge boxes, like as big as you.
Yep, they were like 3.5 foot boxes that we had to lug around that weighed like 50 pounds and
they'd
were
just be like
so
limp.
floppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, yeah.
Someone said, "Hear me out, yoga mats."
I had sampled yoga mats a while ago, but they're really expensive to make, like literally $90 for me to make, so I'd have to charge like minimum $180. And we don't really have the space to store them.
Alternate option, yoga mat towels. Especially for people who like hot yoga and stuff, you can get like, I don't know, they're thin, but they're like microfiber. And they put them over their yoga mat to soak up their sweat so they don't slip, and then that would be way more storable in the warehouse. And like then people,
Are they the size of the yoga mat?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
wow.
it would just be like a towel, and then people could also get multiple, so they could choose per yoga
when
class.
Wash. So I just got a text this morning from one of our manufacturers that said they are working on microfiber towels and like developing them in Korea, and that would be fantastic because they're not going to get hit as hard with like tariffs and stuff. I didn't know that existed like that big. But that would be really fun.
I think some like you can like literally like zip your mat into it.
Oh,
but a lot of people, like when I used to do hot yoga all the time, it would be like I would just bring an old beach towel or something because you just get so sweaty. It's not
Beach
cute.
towels would be fire.
Oh my
That's
god,
what
tell
I
me
want.
about it.
A Prima beach towel?
I'm wondering how that goes with like printing. Like aren't beach towels normally like the actual thread, because they're kind of loopy like the terry cloth thread?
Yeah.
I think the actual thread is like different.
It depends.
Colors. Like I don't know if it's screen printed.
It depends on how high quality you go. Like
Okay.
a lot of them, like higher end ones are like that,
Yeah.
but If you just like go on the lower end, they're just printed on.
Screen printed. It might be possible to do that with the manufacturer who's going to do the blankets, because they're smaller than blankets, so they might be not as expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Although now that I got the quotes for all of the bags out there, I'm like, the blankets don't sound too bad.
Oh, you need a blanket. Can you write directly on one sheet of paper on top of the desk mat?
Yes, I can demonstrate that really quick. I'll just tear a sheet of paper from my notebook.
And where do you ship out of?
Durham, North Carolina. That's where we're sitting right now. Our warehouse is a couple steps over that way. Okay, so the desk mats are nice and squishy, which is good for like when you're just like resting your hands on it. But it does make it hard if you are writing, like if you're writing on like a newspaper crossword. It's possible if you have a sharp, like a fine point pen, that it'll break through that. This is nicer quality paper. We sell like really thick paper, generally speaking. So I'll just write, this is writing on top of the desk mat. And I tend to write pretty like hard on top of, or onto paper. So you can see it didn't really break through, but if you look at the other side, it's like definitely indented through the paper a little bit because it's squishy, but I don't think by any means you can't write on paper on top of this unless you, oh, our UPS driver is here. Unless you
Very enthusiastically.
yeah. If you press like extremely hard and have a very fine point pen, it might actually go through the paper. It just depends how hard you press. But I've never had an issue with it myself, so. That's that.
Kaylee on YouTube asked, did you say something about a dragon print earlier? I may have misheard. You did not mishear, Kaylee. We love to talk about the dragons.
Yeah, so I'm a dragon fiend, and actually I dug out an old Instagram post. I don't know why I was this far back, but from 2018, there was like I did like a intro post, like a few things about me, and literally on there it was like, I love dragons, I'm obsessed with dragons. I've always been obsessed with dragons. I'm such a fan. They're so fire. So yeah, I'm working on a dragon print specifically for the Kindle cases, but it'd be cute to make them little stickers too.
We had a fantasy
100%.
author on here earlier who
Oh,
said
no
she
way.
wants the Kindle case with dragons.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so cute. So my vision currently is to do kind of like a sketchy sort of design. So it's like sketched out in black on like white, possibly off-white, like papery look. But I was
Fantasy
thinking,
map.
I was kind of like going for that sort of vibe, but maybe like the paper would be like crinkled up kind of paper in the background. Like that could be cute to add some texture.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. She's
'Cause
cooked.
I don't know. Otherwise, I could just try to do like flying dragons with florals around it. That would be the easy one for me to do. But I kind of feel like if you want florals, you'll just get the florals. If you want dragons, maybe that's not your. I don't know.
Why not both?
Well, I mean, I could do that, but I don't know.
I feel like it is a different.
It's a different vibe.
It is, yeah. It's kind of like we were saying with mushrooms.
What florals like would go with the dragon. I mean, I'm sure you would figure it out.
In my
but I
head, it's
feel
like celestial floral
Yeah,
with
I'm
dragons.
saying like black background, stars would be cute. Maybe it's two, maybe it's just two. Oh, or it could be a big dragon, kind of like the narwhal in
Oh, yeah.
in Coastal Americana, the next coloring book. It could be like that, where it's like a dragon with florals around it, like just one dragon versus like multiple dragons on a different one.
Mm-hmm.
Kind
That
of
could
like
be cute.
the tray we just got for Melon Meadow.
Yeah.
Yes,
I like
that
him.
would be cute.
Her.
Yeah, if anybody questions your attachment to dragons, we take Halloween very seriously in this office,
Yes.
like very deeply. And every single year, Elise is the same onesie dragon
Yeah.
because it's just her favorite thing to wear to the office.
I've been a dragon for Halloween for like 6 years in a row. So, I mean, I was also Barbie one year because it was low-hanging fruit for a blonde. But, yeah.
Someone said or a forest dragon.
Oh, cute.
R.I.P. Forest Floor bringing in Forest Dragon.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I kind of like a grumpy dragon sitting on a pile of gold with a cup of coffee.
I see
That feels
that's-
relatable.
That's like a sticker.
That's
a
me
cute
every
sticker.
morning.
I love dragons so much. They are so, like, also my husband is really into Dungeons and Dragons. And so I've played that several times and I don't really, it's not my favorite because I just get bored. But I see the merit for sure. And the dragons in the Dungeons and Dragons like universe are so fire. Like they are so much smarter than humans. which is very believable to me. And their favorite thing to do is just sit on a giant pile of gold and sleep. They're just like, leave me alone. I'm sitting on my hoard of gold. Like, that is so cool. Like, they're so badass.
There's this fantasy series called Zodiac Academy, and one of the guys is a dragon, and his bedroom is just like filled with gold.
Yeah.
And the pranks they play, they like steal his gold. They're like, you can't have this.
Yeah. That's fantastic. But yeah, they're very like wise and stuff. I'm like, I just wish that, like, as an old person myself, I wish I could like just age into being a dragon.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I think I will.
See, I like age out of it. It's like me every morning pre-coffee is a grumpy dragon, and then eventually I get it together, but it requires coffee.
That would be
I
so
love that.
cute.
Someone asked what your favorite place to get coffee is in Durham.
I don't drink coffee. So sorry.
Matcha?
Foster Street is a good one.
Foster
Street's
Street's
amazing.
So
We
good.
do like Foster
It's
Street.
right by our old office and right by Durham Central Park. Also by Mill and Meadow is New World Cafe.
Yes.
And they, I've heard, have fantastic coffee, but they also have good everything else.
The sandwich menu, out of control. Both
Yes.
places. Foster too.
Yep. They
Get the
both
grilled
pop
cheese
off.
at Foster.
Yep. Both of those places have fantastic food, like absolutely out of this world sandwiches and salads. And then Foster Street also has, New World Cafe has smoothies, which is good.
True.
But you can grab coffee and walk yourself over to Mill and Meadow and browse if you go to New World Cafe. So I would say that's a good one. Also, down the street from Mill and Meadow is Mad Hatter. That's usually overrun with Duke students.
Hey, I've never been.
Okay.
So don't get me.
How have you never been?
I know.
You should be
I
allowed
also
to
live-
graduate
I lived
without
right-
having been.
I lived right across the street from it freshman year and never
Oh,
went.
that's funny.
But I did walk regularly to the Starbucks on 9th Street.
Oh.
Like, literally, the dorm I was in is
So
in
you
that
don't support
corner of
local
campus is
businesses.
the closest one to Mad Hatter's and I ever went. I did do snow angels in the parking lot, though, when it snowed.
Oh.
That's so sweet.
I'm sure they made a lot of revenue on that.
You're always supporting those small businesses.
Gotta go snow angel in those small businesses.
Yeah, so Mad Hatter is also fantastic, and they have amazing cakes and
Yes.
baked goods.
They'll
My
also
sister
cater
got
your
like a
wedding cake.
custom cake. What?
They'll also cater your wedding cake.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, they have amazing stuff. So I would say those are 3 top picks in Durham. Durham has a ton of coffee shops and everything, though, so Cocoa Cinnamon's another popular good one.
The owners of that are amazing. They have a great story.
Yeah, they're awesome. So, yeah, lots of great places to get coffee in Durham if you want to come down and visit Mill and Meadow. Yay.
This isn't in the comments, but can I poke? Do you have a favorite page in Coastal that you would be willing to show off?
Oh my gosh, I got the sample literally yesterday, 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
For Coastal Americana, which is the next coloring book. Oh my god. Okay. Let me just show you guys. I'll bring these over here too.
Oh, my bad.
You're fine. There you go.
Don't let me forget, we need to tape those before we
Okay.
put them in the bins.
So, this live is the very first to see Coastal Americana. I screamed. to
She
be
scrumped.
honest. I
I
scrumped.
screamed, she scrumped.
Oh, okay, this is Coastal Americana, and she's gorgeous.
That lobster is cooked.
You know what? He's just naturally red. He's not cooked yet. He's too cute to be cooked. Okay, so this is Coastal Americana, and I'll show you my favorite page, which is also the inside cover. So I'll show you the page first.
I hope not.
So cute. I love her. I'm so excited to color this one.
I love that one so
I
much.
really like that.
That's my favorite page in the book, I think, which is crazy because, it features illustrations from other pages in the book. So, yeah, it combines everything into one. Actually, I can't help but show you another one. This is another one. I love this one. There's so many landscapes in this book, which is really cute. This is the inside cover, though, with that first page that I showed. So, anyway, sneak peek, because I can't keep a secret.
What about our chief morale officers?
Oh,
gem.
well, fine, I can show you.
Is she here?
Yeah, she is.
She is.
Layla.
I'm literally
Layla,
right here.
Our office dog. Yeah, that's true. Layla got fired this morning. She got demoted because she was not being morale. She
And I
was
got
on the
promoted to chief morale officer.
Yeah.
What was she doing?
She hasn't been showing up to work every day.
Oh.
Yeah. So I can't really have a C-suite officer be
Yeah.
not showing up to work every day. Although I guess you don't show up
Do
to
you
work.
show up to work every
I
day?
think Layla comes to work more than I do.
Yeah, she does.
You're at least in contact with her every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talk to you every day.
This is Layla's lobster roll page.
Hey, my child also has a Easter egg in there.
Yeah, but I can't show every page away.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Everybody's pets, for the most part, got featured. I'll have to put Mr. Smokey in the next one.
He can be in the Halloween one.
Yeah.
That could be his whole
Because he's
identity.
a black cat, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Skipper's that tuxedo cat.
Smoke show.
Smoke show.
Right.
Somebody's watching live from Iceland. Recommend.
My favorite country ever. I'm obsessed. Don't look at me like that. You haven't been there.
Charlie's going to Iceland.
Yeah, as he
Happy
said,
graduation.
everyone should go to Iceland. It's the best country.
What's
I'm obsessed.
What'd you do there?
I've been there twice. We went in the summer. We went up to Snæfellsnes, their little medium northern peninsula.
Excuse me?
Snæfellsnes. I believe
Snæfellsnes?
that's how, I'm gonna have to get corrected on the pronunciation if there's someone from Iceland watching.
They are on YouTube.
But yeah, there's this cute little church up there and just really gorgeous views. And then we went down to Vik, which has the black sand beaches and the basalt columns. And we walked around Reykjavik and just enjoyed, in general, it's a fantastic place. And then in the winter, we went on a glacier tour.
Which is what inspired Waterfall.
Yes, it is. Yes, Waterfall Floral is inspired by Iceland. I'm obsessed with it.
Did people there think that you were from there?
Yes, actually. Yes, people talk to me, because I was with my two friends that have brown hair, and so they were like speaking in English to them for the most part, but I always got Icelandic first try. I was like,
Yeah. You give
brutal.
what is the word?
Scandinavian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, also checks out. Apparently your pronunciation sounded good, they just said. So
Thank
you're
you.
just crushing it.
Will you say it again?
Snæfellsnes.
Will you show them floral filigree just because I love her?
Yeah, this is floral filigree.
Oh, that's wow.
No one else likes her.
No, Melanie loves her.
Melanie loves her.
There's
but
camps for her
Kat-
now.
I love
Kat,
her.
Lauren, and Jordan don't like her.
Do I think she should replace Countryside? No.
That's mine. I think she's beautiful. I think that she should not replace Countryside or other patterns
Well,
that
it's
I love.
getting crowded out there, guys.
I love her. Out with Countryside.
I feel like there would be a mutiny.
Out with Sunny Puppies
Countryside.
in the floral filigree.
Okay, fine. Well, that's cheaper for
Fine,
me.
you're
if I
getting
just-
rid of Spoppy.
Do you want to explain why, like, if you hold up a Countryside, why we're talking about me? I think there's one right. That's precarious, but why we're talking about they can't both survive. It's like Harry Potter and Voldemort.
I already packaged this one up, but just
Oh.
remember what I showed you. This is Countryside, and already people are confusing Countryside and Summer Meadows. If it's their first time seeing the brand. So I've been thinking about trying to condense down some of the prints. And I kind of want to get rid of, maybe replace Countryside with floral filigree. I don't know. But I do like the colors more in Countryside. I will say these little flowers right here bother me, so maybe I just edit it. There's something about them I don't like.
Maybe if Countryside went to Europe.
This is the Europe.
Yeah.
What?
It used to be white floral.
Not white floral.
I guess you could go to.
Iceland.
Mexico.
She can go to Iceland. That's Europe. Yeah, she can go to Mexico and come
Maybe
back once
Australia.
that's
Just
Yeah.
Do the wrap.
Yeah.
Do a wrap around.
She's gonna go to Japan and come back.
Go where?
Japan.
Oh.
Um,
Can I see the lilac floral one? Somebody asks.
I don't have lilac.
Here you go.
SOS. Oh yeah, this is a drink sleeve in lilac.
Yay.
She's not as purple on most products, but they got a little extra saturation, or as
She
juiced, as we
juicy.
would say. I remember when I first said juiced to you guys, and you were like, "What?"
But now everything is
Well,
juice.
it sounded weird when you said it the first time.
But it makes sense.
Wait, once we're done with this, I need to show you the new sample for these, but the bottom is literally this big.
Oh yeah, we got the samples for those.
We do have a vote for floral filigree in the comments.
Coco, you're my girl.
The hard part is like the possibilities as we sit and listen to all your ideas for new patterns every day and knowing what's cooking. I can't stand by floral filigree because y'all, there is some really good stuff cooking.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't have a name, she doesn't exist yet.
There's
But a
some
possible
ideas.
rainbow garden
Yeah,
replacement
there's a rainbow garden.
that I'm
replacement.
like,
Rest in peace, RG.
Yeah. Well, I could theoretically, what I kind of want to do is, the So Many Books, So Little Time print, the flowers on that, like on the back, replacing Rainbow Garden and Countryside with that.
Yeah,
I
like do
don't know.
those flowers, but in the countryside color scheme, and
I
then
can
she
get
would
down with
take
that.
2 out and 1.
I
And
like
then
those
we could
flowers.
consolidate down some of the prints because stocking them all is becoming a little too much. But I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like Rainbow Garden's like a background character at this
I
point.
think Rainbow Garden has seen her time.
What's crazy is like you guys weren't here when we had to like fight like crazy to get her off a sticker and a greeting card.
Yeah.
Elise, for the longest time, refused to put her on anything.
Because I didn't have it as a repeating pattern. But
Yeah.
then we made
I bought the
then
print.
Yeah.
It was in my dorm.
Yeah,
Caitlin's an OG.
yeah. And that was
'Cause
all
it's
we could get.
Taylor Swift.
But like
Yeah.
it's funny because Lauren and Melanie loved Rainbow Garden because it was just like different than the other, like it was just better than the other ones at the time. But now there's so many better prints that it's like
I mean,
Rainbow
I
Garden.
like Rainbow Garden. I just feel like she's become a
just
background
weaker.
character with all the new ones.
Yeah.
I also
Like
feel like
Primavera is just
you
That's
were
my girl.
on it very early, like, and I feel like now it's just like every Facebook ad is like
Right.
get clothes in this style.
A lot of
And-
people have started recreating that Taylor Swift
Yes.
dress.
Yes, which shouts to Oscar de la Renta for
Yeah.
coming up with it in the first place.
Yeah.
But
It is beautiful.
yeah,
There's
I
a
like
really
love your
bad
take on
version,
it.
Like if you are on, like I've seen it on Pinterest.
Mhm.
It looks like
like an actual
low-key
recreation
if
of the dress.
low-key if a toddler drew a Rainbow Garden.
Oh no,
That's fire.
I haven't seen that. I just get all the like 8 million like get this dress and this dress and this dress, and it's all like the same floral but
Yeah.
like different
Different styles.
styles.
Yeah.
Somebody had that as their graduation dress. I saw it in pictures.
Mhm.
Oh,
But it was like,
So now I'm just kind of the belief that we can move on.
Yeah.
We've done it. She had her time. She was gorge.
yeah. She was the moment.
She was the moment.
I
But
think I need another large print floral. I
Agreed.
need to bring the iPad out again. I was working on this a little bit last week.
I think we need European
Primavera
porcelain
X.
in red.
What?
European porcelain in red.
Oh, true. That
Lover.
one's cute.
R.I.P.
Are you
Rosewood.
griddying for that specific thing, or are you just griddying
I don't
in
know.
general?
I actually don't know what you just said.
Okay, so you're just griddying in general.
Yeah.
Hey, Live, it's Caitlin's birthday.
Yeah, which
can we get the chili song?
Happy birthday from the Chili's crew. We wish it was our birthday so we can party too. Hey!
Thanks.
Ooh, wait, those are pretty.
Appreciate it.
Aren't those beautiful?
I
So like
love her.
we could theoretically do like a Rainbow Garden replacement.
That's
with-
like Rainbow Garden's really pretty cousin that they're really jealous of.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I love her.
Wait,
I remember when
print
you
her
s-
now.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
immediately.
Wait, is that the one when you started it though? Like you had sunk like 29 hours into it?
No,
what was
I'm
that
not.
one?
That one's. I wanted to do it. I wanted to call it the gardener because I wanted to lay out flowers like they were on a gardening bench.
Uh-huh.
But I just never finished it.
I love
That's
this
so
That's
one.
what
pretty.
people call
It's like Primavera and Rainbow Garden had a babe.
Yeah.
It's much more
Yes, I
three-dimensional
love
too.
that
It's kind of the
texture.
That
Primavera.
texture's
Yeah.
my fave.
is it like the oil pastel?
That's the other one she had started.
That's gorgeous.
Right?
They look real. What, the Sigma?
Those are beautiful.
I know,
Yeah,
she-
I went crazy on that.
Wait, how many hours does that say is in it
Oh
now? At
my
one
God,
point we were
it's a
counting,
lot.
it was up to like 29 or
It
something
says it
live.
on
She
here.
went beast mode.
She went X Games mode.
34
Yeah,
hours and 35 minutes. It says it on there.
Holy crap.
Tell that to the
Yeah.
people who said you spent too long on Primrose.
Jordan said she's a beer.
Which one?
Jordan.
The Rainbow Garden replacement, possibly.
I think all of the above.
They're all gorgeous. What can I say?
Jordan, do Morse code on the wall.
Yeah.
Tell us which one.
Yeah, Jordan is on the live watching from the office right next to us.
Jordan, if you mean the Rainbow Garden, tap twice. If you mean the other one, tap 3 times.
You were listening. That was only one. That wasn't an
Only
option.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
two.
it was this,
Garden.
it was this one. Okay, Jordan loves this one. Which, okay,
Queen.
so here's my question. If this were to be a Rainbow Garden replacement, it would need like more purple, I would think. But I don't know.
I
I
just
don't
love
think
that
so.
version
No.
of purple, like that plummy.
I think that
I-
little
It's like
baby
what's on
my
purple,
desk.
that's enough.
Yes, that's enough.
That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough. Okay.
I think
so
the
it's
purple
really
people have enough.
Because we
options
have
at this
lilac.
point.
that's true. So we can just lean into the orangey
Yeah.
and plummy.
Yeah.
Because I feel like also
Does
Prima.
it need green? Like, should I keep it to no green?
I love a green.
Beyond
I
the
like
stems,
the,
I
like
like.
little bit of green.
Okay,
Yeah.
So
I
like,
think
I
maybe-
could do more.
You could do like some
leafies.
little.
Maybe
I wouldn't
little
do, like,
leaves.
Big blocks. of
Yeah, I
green,
wouldn't
like
do-
little
yeah.
tiny.
Yeah.
Like
leaves.
small. Like Prima. Where's Prima?
Where's my girl? She's on your
Yeah.
cup, is she
Here we
not?
go. Ah, okay, so
Yes.
Prima has like small amounts of.
Yeah, I
green,
like
so-
that. But I feel like this
They
caters
look
to the
too
purple girls
similar.
more.
Will this be? Well, I guess if there's no blue.
Yeah,
this
no.
would basically be like Prima without blue.
This needs to be rainbow garden colors, like no
Yeah.
purples,
Okay.
mainly pinks, orange, yellows vibes.
And you got to keep the blue out too, because you're when you hold them next to each other, they do give very similar vibes.
It's just
If you
because
start
of
bringing
the
in the blue,
Big.
It's the big purple flower.
Purple flower, yeah. Which I
but
could
even
do,
the yellow kind of gives the orange too.
I could just do more of the white flowers and like these peachy
I
and
like the
do like
peach.
more. I don't have a ton of like mostly color but big white like that.
Yeah.
That's
That would
pretty.
be really cute.
Yeah,
Like,
I love
really
this like daisy.
Yeah.
Yes. Also bringing in the yellow, like we don't have. I mean, other than
That's
sunny
true.
poppies,
That's true.
That's
I do
the
think-
only thing.
Mhm.
Ooh, if I made it more yellowy daisy and like kept the plummy
Yeah.
more minimal, it actually could fit really nicely in the rainbow in the
I like it.
coral yellow.
I also really like the light pink little ones
Yeah.
at the top.
I just like everything that
And I like
exists
the
right
light
there.
pink in the center of the big white flower on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
You're cooking.
Yeah, I see it. I also kind of like the burlap in the back.
I do. I like that too. It's supposed to be like an oil canvas like feel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Anyway.
It gives
That would
garden
be
very
cute.
much so.
Ugh, it's really cute. I like that there's a lot of like big pops of white because I don't have that as much. Anyway,
I like her a lot.
that's just something that's cooking. I don't know if it'll ever make it out of the group
Please.
because it just takes a long time to.
She had at least
Do
the
those.
stickers.
She could be stickers. That's true. Okay. Anyway, that would be fun. Kind of breaks my heart a little bit when people buy Kindle cases and they're not in the florals, and I'm like, I mean, I know that floral isn't for everybody, but I'm like,
I love the
spend
checkers.
so much time on.
But green gingham is your baby.
That's true. I do love green gingham, and it's because she matches so perfectly with the other things. So fair enough. They could be doing a mix and match.
Yeah, you can have a floral and a checker.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I like that balance a lot.
I like favorite things. I'm excited that she's getting put on more things.
Me too. I've been excited that she's been popular because I wasn't sure about that one.
I have a question. Is
Yeah.
there any chance we ever get the Taylor Swift edition of favorite things on, even if it's just
Yes.
scattered?
Oh, that would be cute. I do want to do
Have you seen that
a.
one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, show her.
Maybe.
Okay, yeah, I'll bring it out.
Bring it
From
out.
the
Bring them
iPad.
out.
Every high school dance, team dance ever.
Okay, 1 second. There
No,
is
wait.
like a Taylor Swift edition of favorite things that would be really cute on like a couple of couches maybe.
Didn't you, or like just notebooks?
Notebooks could be cute.
Did you, didn't that one actually start it? Like favorite things grew out of the Taylor
Yeah, it
Swift
did.
edition?
Why do I
Yeah.
feel like I've seen her?
She
Um,
Show
that's
me
probably
again.
why.
It's not like finished, but I did end up using it for the deck of cards I made for my friend's last Great American Dynasty themed bachelorette party.
Oh, the lime doggy one?
Mm-hmm. It got unhinged at the end, but let's see. Okay.
I just got my Kindle case and other things and was sad it didn't get the cute new packaging because it
Oh.
had a few other things with it.
Oh right. Sorry. This is the Taylor Swift kind of favorite things vibe.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
we
yes, I
have
remember.
like Caitlin the Swiftie is loving it. But it has like scarf, champagne problems, midnight rain, just classic guitar, her cat, Sunday matinee, garden gate,
Leave the lights up till January.
I love the
paper
diamonds.
ring,
Oh,
mirror
and the
ball.
card.
Yeah.
That
and
card
where-
needs to
where
be a
that
sticker.
Ball girlies at.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Can you make that Ace a
Archer.
sticker?
I should. I used to have Ace stickers.
But I don't like the bright colors. I want the black and white.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, that's what I got.
Match
Oh, I
with
got the
future ghosts.
stoplight.
Exactly. And my 8-ball.
Let's see here. I'm just showing all of this other stuff. So I have like some other ideas in the corner. But
I do like-
have Fuck the Patriarchy, Getaway Car, Poppies, Stoplight, Autumn Leaves.
I do
Oh,
like that. I
yes,
just love the
all
way those are drawn. The like doodly.
Yeah, the style. That's what
Yeah.
I like. It's very different than anything else we have.
That's like, I feel like that's my natural drawing style. Like I have this style that I just go to if someone's like, if it's like Pictionary and I draw, that is my style inherently. Like that's how I drew stuff when I was growing up. But I don't like it that much personally.
We should do a Pictionary YouTube video.
That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
wait.
Cute.
Are you just really good at Pictionary? Do you
I'm pretty
always
good at
win
Pictionary,
Pictionary?
But I get stressed because of the time, but I'm pretty good at Pictionary.
I believe that. I'm like, what does a thing look like? I don't have an artistic
cannot
bone in my
draw.
body. I'm like, what does the
Did you see
book
what the
look
basement
like?
yard
I've
did?
forgotten.
It was like picture. It was like illustrations.
No, but I need to watch that. I bet it's so funny.
I was laughing out.
Will you remind everybody when Kindle cases are coming back in 12th gen?
Yes, so we have so many still in stock. Just a disclaimer, we have a ton in stock. But there are some that are out of stock because they got blown up on the side of the road or something. I don't know. We're missing like thousands from our recent shipment.
They were destroyed.
And they were discarded by UPS and nobody told us.
There will be a YouTube video about that coming.
Yeah, and a TikTok and everything because I'm distraught. Anyway, they will be back in stock in like 2 months or so, 3 months-ish. And that's around the same time that we'll be getting iPad cases and the new clear back Kindle cases. So, anyways.
When you were 19 or 20, did you think you would, at this point in your life, be telling stories about how a UPS truck exploded and damaged your Kindle cases that were
No.
most in demand?
No, that's the thing that like I can't get past is just like how crazy the scenarios we faced are. Like one of the standout struggles in your year of 2024 is going to be when you got a delivery of what was it, 25,000 pounds of desk mats, and there was no lift gate on the truck.
And another truck showed up at the same
And
time.
another truck showed up at the same time, and a man cussed you out, and then a stranger helped you unload it, who then worked for you for 6 months.
I've never seen your channel Zen, so like that guy started and I was just like deer in headlights, and you were just like, sir, we need to take it down for 5 minutes. You can clearly see we're working on it. We will have this
I
fixed
know,
for you.
I, like,
Give us 2 minutes.
I walked out to him and I was like, this guy is cussing us out on the street because the truck is blocking his entry to a parking garage. And I'm like, we don't want this to be happening either, I promise. Like,
They were never the
why do you
friendliest
think that
neighbors.
he was literally screaming at us and like, yeah, using that word and stuff. I was like, girl.
I'm feeling
Chill.
very
Don't be
blessed
up
that I
for it.
wasn't there that day.
Yeah, that was your first day of school, wasn't
That was
it?
my F-doc for senior
Yeah,
year.
because I called you when that desk mat shipment arrived, and I was like, "You come help us."
Yeah, I was like, I'm
I was
literally
scared.
going to
I
class.
was scared.
And then you guys called me in the dining hall that one day. What a fun year it's been.
Oh, wait, that was when
Oh,
we were
yeah.
like me mugging you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I said I got Kardashians because I feel like they started that trend. Like
Oh,
FaceTime
yeah.
people are just sitting and staring.
Yeah, we did prank the interns many a time.
Who was it that I
You're
called
so
you about to
prankable.
tell you that I saw somebody that looked like somebody? Recently, when you were in the library.
Yeah, I was in the library and Caitlin FaceTimed me, and usually that means she has big news.
Oh, someone said, I missed your answer about the restock. I am in search of 11th gen. We have a ton of 11th gen basic and 11th gen paperwhite Kindle cases in stock still, but not every pattern is in stock because our last shipment, a ton got lost by UPS. Like they threw them away after there was a truck accident and they were damaged. We don't know any more details, but that's why some patterns are out of stock. Most of them are still in stock. So you can find them on our website, but if you're looking for a pattern that is out of stock, it will be back in stock in about 2 to 3 months. So like we're thinking June, July. Cool. Now I'm packing coloring books. Yay. They're tagged in the TikTok shop link if you're interested. I've got 5 coloring books out now and they are all like a cute little series together. Could I get like a handful more of these mailers? Because we have a couple more of the orders going out. Thank you.
Any more YouTube questions? There aren't many on TikTok.
We don't right now. I think people are just hanging in with us.
We should talk about more historical events.
Oh, hell yeah.
What about more heists? I'm really about the heists.
I was gonna say.
Wait, why
the-
didn't we talk about the conclave?
Oh, true. Well, I don't know. Well, no one knows what's going on with the conclave, but have you
That's
seen
the
movie?
magic.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
haven't
have
seen
not
the
seen
movie
the
yet, and I
movie.
need to because
Tell
it's
us
so
more.
topical. It's Ralph Fiennes, right?
Yeah, the guy who played Voldemort.
Really?
I think that's the main character. That's who plays the main character. I'm pretty sure.
Girl, you know I don't know that.
Oh, well, I don't know that either. That's just what my husband told me.
That's just what Turin
I don't
said.
know actors.
Karen doesn't actually get things wrong, really, though.
He
so...
really, when it comes to actors, he knows them all. Like,
The donuts are on the mega table.
I know.
yay!
I know. If
My
you...
husband made homemade donuts yesterday and brought them in today, so they're good. Yummy!
Just Jonah Hilling for a moment. Like,
Yeah.
Yo, donuts are here.
Birthday
I know.
donuts!
We've been on live, so I haven't gone to get one.
As soon as
yet.
we're done with the live, we'll have to get donuts. Oh, it's so nice that he just makes. And I really shouldn't say this on live, but it's too late now. I have to. I was listening to the Daily this morning, and they said that one of the books that are getting like banned from elementary schools is a book where a little girl reads a recipe and a little boy makes the recipe because it doesn't reflect traditional values. and I was so upset to hear that. That one really sent me. That was really upsetting. Anyway, my husband really likes to cook, so I'm very lucky that he makes the office very yummy treats all the time, and he made homemade donuts, so we're gonna go eat those after we're finished with our live.
You know what we haven't had in a while is computer heat proofed.
True. Yeah.
Focaccia.
Focaccia.
Ooh.
Yeah. My husband makes really good focaccia, and he I guess the bread, the dough rises better or something when with heat. So he puts it by but not too much heat. So he puts it by his big computer that he plays video games on, and it gets so warm that it rises the dough better.
It's so fluffy.
It's really fluffy.
This is now a
good.
baking channel. We're offering cooking tips.
Well, it's a historical event and baking channel.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the only historical events that I can think of off the top of my head are extremely upsetting. So
I know. I was gonna mention the one we talk about a lot with torts, except for it's just it's not Friday energy.
yeah, we have to be nice. Okay, I feel like I can talk about the White Island volcanic explosion.
Angie
though.
Wait, that's
really
what I was
quick.
just talking about.
Oh,
That
okay.
seems kind of morbid for a Friday.
That's true.
Angie asked, what do you do?
What do I do
Uh-huh.
for a living?
I
I design coloring books. Yeah, I forget that people on live don't know who we are.
I looked at Caitlin Caitlin had the answer.
I design coloring books and floral prints and a ton of different products in general, and get all of my prints printed on accessories, stationery, other things, planners, desk mats, like the desk mat I'm using right now.
No, the behind the scenes is.
I know, honestly, we need to get a big cam in the corner to record y'all during the lives, because I am just here trying to talk on the live and they're out here dancing.
Yeah, it's
or laughing at me. They're always laughing at me.
Truly. 2 goofballs and a grumpy dragon on our second cup of coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, I should let the interns in on the lives. Someone asked if I make iPad cases, and I am about to. They're coming out in a couple of months. I just put in the order. We got samples, and anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited. Yay. Okay. Someone said that it was baking genius to rise the bread with computer heat.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that's when that one came in. They also asked, have you thought about making memo boards?
Oh, what?
Joyce, can you tell
dry
us more
erase
about
ones?
memo boards?
Yeah, dry erase ones or something. We have a couple on our website that we stock on Mill and Meadow
Mm-hmm.
for what it's worth.
Yeah, for anybody watching who would love to come to Mill and Meadow at some point, but isn't in North Carolina or close by, you can shop our Mill and Meadow collection on our website too.
Shop Mill and Meadow online.
Yeah, Elise is really, really great at curating, not just our brand, but other people's too. So sometimes it's fun to just sift through that and see what other amazing things other small businesses are creating, and they complement our stuff really well.
Yeah, there's so much good stuff over there. We just revamped the whole store. There's some videos on my page about it, but it's looking so pretty. So if you live near Ishby, I totally recommend making a trip to Durham, because Durham is an awesome, awesome city to visit, and there's a lot to see. And if you like minor league baseball at all, we have a really good minor league baseball team with a really cute new cat dog.
These are memo boards.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I had a Vera Bradley one of those growing up. Cute.
When you said near Ishby, I was like, where's Ishby?
Oh my.
That's why I was laughing at myself.
If you live near-ish to Durham, you should come visit and check out Mill and Meadow, because that's our storefront where all my stuff is stocked, and then other things I curate from other small businesses. But you should definitely check out Mill and Meadow and visit Durham, because Durham has fantastic food, minor league baseball team, the season is back in swing. There's just a lot to do here. There's a festival this weekend.
There's a lot of festivals, a lot of races.
Yep.
Did you guys watch Street Life Zach and Cody?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, when you just said near-ish, where is that? It makes me think of when Lennon Tipton's dad goes into hiding, and Mosby's he's incognito, and she's like, where's cognito? He's in hiding, and she's like, where's hiding? And it's I just can't.
She's one of the best characters.
Yeah, she's fired.
I
Bring
can't
back
believe she's
Sweet
married
Life.
to Macaulay Culkin.
Love her.
Wait,
They're not married, but they have a
Brenda
cute
Song.
little baby.
Brenda Song is married to who?
Macaulay Culkin.
The
Well,
They've
Home
been
Alone.
Home Alone.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I
Did they
And
get
then
married?
his brother Kieran called him his Succession. That's the one I met in New York.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I love
Also,
him.
when I've never seen them in the same place together, and sometimes I think he and his brother could be the same person.
They look very similar.
A different person
I
is
feel
showing
like they
up.
look very different.
Really?
But I also like.
I've never seen them next to each other. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
I will say with the iPad cases, we're only able to make them for like the newest model of each model. So like I'm not gonna be doing like 100 different iterations. So I think they mostly are the same size for a couple generations back, but I don't want to get people's hopes up and then they don't fit. Like we're gonna have one for the regular iPad in 2 sizes, the iPad Pro in 2 sizes, the iPad Mini in 2 sizes, but they're only gonna be the latest generation.
I don't even know what iPad I have.
Okay, I feel like they really give like they could be the same person if one was in high game.
Dude,
It's like a-
he literally
Face
has
is
a
so much
beard so that he
longer.
doesn't look like
Yeah,
it's
it's kind of-
seems like he's a different
Their
person.
He's the alter
face is
ego.
shaped very differently.
That photo specifically, they're giving like angel and devil on your shoulder.
Yeah, they're giving alter ego. Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. Anyways,
Is it time to wrap this up and get some donuts?
I
So
have
hungry. I'm
still
so ready for
a
donuts.
chunk of orders to get through, so we're still going. We can't quit yet.
Don't
We're in
quit.
marathon mode.
Can't quit, won't quit.
Can't quit, won't quit. Let me know your questions. We're still here for 20 more minutes. Or whatever.
Also, if you want to talk about our YouTube video goes live in 8 minutes. If you want to tell people what we're
Yes.
talking about today.
Oh, I thought it was already live. That's my bad.
No, goes up in 8
Our
minutes.
YouTube video this week is how much I spent moving to our new warehouse. If you've been following for a minute, I have a small business where I design accessories and put my floral prints on different products and all of that. And our old office was so stuffed to the ceiling. It was 2,000 square feet for our office or our warehouse space, and now our new warehouse is 10,500 square feet, and I spent a lot of money on the move. And if you want to see exactly how much and where it all went to, you should definitely head over to our YouTube channel, or if you're already there watching on YouTube Live.
I just published it, so.
Yay, it's up, it's ready to go. Y'all need to check it out. I need exactly one more meal. Or I can just give you one of these.
Well, good thinking in the
Oh,
house.
perfect. Okay, never mind. I got it. Okay. All right. Packing up coloring books. All Booked Up has proven to be the best seller of all of our coloring books, so that's exciting. But I think Coastal Americana is gonna end up being I hope the best seller. That's what I'm hoping
She's
for.
got such good summer energy.
What types of donuts did Taryn do again?
Cinnamon sugar and like iced, but they're like cake donuts, like the old
Oh, those are
fashioned.
my favorite.
Yeah, that's his favorite too.
Oh my god, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I could literally eat Natalie Watts.
Why would you eat a person? Anyway.
I'm just so hungry. I could eat Natalie Watts.
Also, did you get clips of this?
I got one, but I'll
Okay.
get another one.
Cool. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. We're still gonna be chatting for a couple more minutes here.
You know who Natalie Watts is?
I know somebody named Natalie Watts, yeah. From college.
See, I didn't get it either.
Y'all are so boring.
It's a TikTok trend, apparently. Okay, please tell
You
me
like
you
find
know.
somebody really obscure from somebody's past, and you're like, oh my god, I'm so hungry. I could eat like so and so.
That's such a weird thing to say.
Yeah, but that's why it's funny.
Caitlin found a full doc of your
I found your
mock
thesis.
trial team.
Oh, cool. My master's thesis?
Yeah.
Did you read it? It's
No.
really good.
What'd you write about?
Girl, I sent it to you.
I didn't open it.
The important question is, please tell me you know the shimmy a day trend.
No.
Shimmy a day?
guy?
Yes! Shimmy a day
I
keeps
love-
the sad
He's
away.
gorgeous.
There's frankly everyone's doing it. But
Oh, my mother-in-law's on here. Hi.
hi Meredith.
She's in Durham for the festival this weekend. We're gonna hang out.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah.
Swing by the
I
office.
think their plane might have just landed, maybe.
Oh, she
Yay.
sent you a bunch of hearts.
Yay.
I
Love
that. That's gonna be very fun.
All right.
Somebody asked, is that primrose on the board behind you?
It is. It's not exactly primrose, but it is
Meredith's at your house. It just sounds funny in a comment section. We're at your
We're
house.
at your house. I hope you're enjoying the donuts. We're about to have them. There's a bunch left at the.
She goes, sorry, that might sound creepy.
Yeah. Tell everybody to say hi.
Megan Cerrone Designs just said you're a true inspiration to us small business girls.
Aw.
Someone asked if that's Primrose up there.
Yeah, so Primrose I designed on my iPad and then painted on a canvas, and one of them sold and the other one exists in my office. It's also available on my website, but I'll be kind of sad if someone buys it. Okay. Any other questions?
No, that's everything right now.
Cool.
Will you restock Blue Stripe for Kindle Basic?
Yes, I will. I'm going to restripe.
You're
got me on
welcome.
it. I'm gonna restock so many of the Blue Stripe Kindle cases. I think I ordered like 700 or something, which is a large amount. Normally I get like 200 of each design, but that one went super viral, so yeah, we're gonna get that one going.
Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
Favorite Things is making another appearance because I love her. She deserves to be.
That's
I did,
nice.
guys. I did washi tape in Favorite Things.
Really?
I put in washi tape yesterday. I finished
Wait,
all the files.
You didn't text, call, beep, page me about the fact that you
Beep,
put
beep, me.
washi tape in?
Yeah, and I
You didn't
did.
fax
I
her?
Yes, damn it. I
I
forgot
got
my
mail
fax
you
machine.
a floppy disk. I got sprinkles again. So
I like
I
sprinkles.
love that.
I like that one.
For context, I've been asking for a washi tape restock for about 2 years, and she's always like, I want to do it. I will do it. I know you care a lot about it. I just haven't gotten there yet. But it happened.
it finally happened. Yeah, I did a lot of the prints, but not all of them because I just didn't have the energy.
Ooh.
So there's no countryside. Sorry. But there's
Avery
some of those.
wants to know your absolute top 2 Kindle case prints.
Absolute top 2. It's probably Primrose and Blue Stripes.
Also, is that bestsellers or her favorite?
Her favorite.
Oh, my
okay.
favorite, Primavera, maybe Blue Stripes. Because I said when we got that first shipment in, I made a whole TikTok being like, this one's my favorite, and it was Blue Stripe. Like, that is on record. So I think, and because they look so good together, otherwise I also like Strawberry Patch / or Primavera with green gingham. So I would say that's another big one that I'm a fan of. So yeah,
Yeah, Strawberry Patch and Green Gingham are such a cute duo.
they are so cute. And they did so well at the trade show. That's going to be my trade show setup for the near future.
We're ditching Prima and Blue Stripe and bringing in Strawberry Gingham?
Oh, no, sorry. I thought you said Prima and Blue Stripe.
No.
My bad. But yeah, Strawberry and Green Gingham is adorable. It's
So cute. It gives like picnic vibes. It gives like fresh summer day.
How cute would that be on a backpack? Or Strawberry Patch backpack with like a cute little wallet like hooked to it. Okay. Anyways. All right. One last question.
Someone has asked several times if their order has been packed, but I don't think there's a way for us to really know.
Oh yeah, we can't.
We would need to know the order number.
Yeah, we need to know the order number, and if it's on TikTok Shop, they don't let us pack an order within like the same hour. They hold it for an hour, which is part of why TikTok Shop can be kind of annoying, unfortunately. But I do owe them a lot, so try not to talk too much crap. Okay, last Kindle case.
Oh, Grace asked, what's your favorite trade show to attend?
Atlanta, but Las Vegas is surprisingly similarly good for us. So those two are the best.
I want to go to a
Magic?
trade show.
Maybe if you're lucky.
Magic in Vegas or?
No, the gift show in Vegas.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay. Done. We can sign off now. Donut time. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it.